Hello everyone and welcome to Dr. Luke on Call, where you get accurate medical information, because I believe it's because of lack of knowledge that people perish. I normally don't vaccinate if it's not absolutely necessary, but as a medical doctor I've been in situations where I was forced to. I took the yellow fever vaccination because I visited West Africa. I took the tetanus vaccine because I have to for the job that I do, and getting injuries and getting exposed to wounds. I also took the hepatitis B vaccination because of high risk of infection and also spreading it to my patients, which I don't really want to do. I don't normally take the flu vaccine. I try and live a healthy life, and I exercise and I eat well. And when it got to COVID, I was in two minds. I initially decided not to vaccinate because, with COVID, to beat COVID, you have to have antibodies. That is the only way that you're going to beat this virus. Now, to get antibodies, you've got two choices. You either have to get it naturally, that means you've got to get sick and get well, build enough antibodies to kill the virus so that you have antibodies in your system. They might last for a while, and you might even get COVID again, but you then have some memory cells. The second option is to get it unnaturally, and that is by getting vaccinated. It just sounded a little, strange to me, but I know vaccinations have got a place in the medical world. And initially I didn't actually go for the vaccination because I wasn't that highly exposed and didn't have such high risk. But then I really started thinking, in what teams do I play? Is it an I game or a we game? I came to the conclusion that I play in a team of a marriage with a wife that's also in the medical field and has to deal with patients, and sometimes very high risk patients like cancer patients every week. I also play in a team of an extended family and friends that ask me for opinions and that want to know what to do. I also play in a team of going to theatre at least twice a week, where I have to help in operations with patients. Sometimes diabetics, sometimes people that are immune suppressed, and that definitely are at risk if they would get COVID from me, which might be asymptomatic. I also play in a team of seeing patients at home, and I actually saw 2 COVID patients this week again. And then after that, I have to have contact with other patients that might have higher risk. So I came to the conclusion that it's not really the I in the story. It's really the we. And the teams that I play in made me think very differently. So I decided to vaccinate. Do you have questions? Of course we have questions. Can you get a lot of side effects? Is it effective? I had mild side effects. I had a bit of a sore shoulder for a day or two, slight headache. I took 2 Panados 2 or 3 times and my symptoms was gone. I really felt pretty good after taking it, and it didn't affect my work. I went straight back to work without any problems. Is it effective? As an example, the Delta wave that we see at the moment, with these incredibly high infection rates because the virus spreads a lot quicker, you've got a 33% chance of not getting the Delta strain if you were vaccinated with only 1 dose of the Pfizer vaccine. You've got a 45% plus risk of not getting it if you had 2 vaccinations. So you do get protection, but the real important point is you have a 96% chance of not getting admitted to hospital or ICU if you were vaccinated with only 1 dose. If you had 2 vaccinations, 98% that you will not be admitted to hospital. And that is, for me, the critical point. We want to reduce hospital admissions. We want to make sure that our healthcare system across the world are not burdened where we cannot treat critically ill patients, which might be your mother, your father, your spouse, your child, your brother, your sister. We want to make sure that we make decisions that benefit the greater community. In conclusion, my question to you is, do you have antibodies? How will you get antibodies? In what teams do you play? Do you have a responsibility to help and protect others. I do, so I vaccinate it. I really hope you found this helpful, and leave some comments if you want to ask questions. I'd gladly answer them if I can. Remember, stay safe and stay healthy.